Hi, I'm Rohan from Rose Reviews, and today I'm going to be reviewing the Samsung T7 Portable SSD. With all the YouTube files that I've racked up lately, I needed some more storage on my laptop. I already have a Samsung SSD in my PC over there, and it's exceptionally fast, so I was pretty sure I was going to get a Samsung SSD as my external drive as well. The T7 slots right between its predecessor, the T5, and the higher-end T7 Touch. The T7 Touch is basically the same thing as the T7, but it has a Touch ID sensor on the SSD for security. I went with the T7 for its high read speeds and write speeds and fairly reasonable price. I personally wasn't too concerned about security on my drive, as it's just storing video files, nothing too important. But if you're storing top secret, super confidential information on your drive that you need to access quickly, then I'd probably pay the premium for the T7 Touch, as that has the Touch ID sensor. I should also mention that the standard T7 and the T5 for that matter, both come with a pre-installed software that you can download onto your PC to secure your drive with a passcode. I was never going to use the software, so straight to the trash it went. Inside the box, you get the SSD, of course, an instruction manual, and two cables, which is nice. A USB-A to USB-C and a USB-C to USB-C. As you can see, I've been using the USB-C cable more than the USB Type-A, and I'm probably never going to use the USB Type-A to USB-C, so goodbye. Moving on to color, I personally really like the color of this drive. It's like a space gray, gunmetal gray color, but if you catch it at just the right angle, it's almost like a black color. It looks really nice. I personally really like the color choice. It also comes in a nice red color and a nice blue color, but I got the gray because that was the only one that was in stock. The drive is about the same size as a credit card in terms of footprint, but it's obviously a little bit thicker. Definitely small enough to fit in a pocket or definitely in a backpack for sure. There's a small indicator light that's right beside the USB-C port that's static blue when the drive's on and active, flashes blue when it's transferring, and turns red when it's ejected. In terms of durability, the drive seems pretty solid. The exterior is made of aluminum, and Samsung claims a shockproof up to 6.5 feet. I haven't broken it yet, so I guess that's a good sign. Now let's get to the good stuff, transfer speeds. Samsung claims up to 1000 megabytes per second write and up to 1050 megabytes per second read. I haven't ever hit those speeds, but this drive is still tremendously fast. Faster than any hard drive you've ever used, probably. I tend to hover around the 800 megabytes per second mark for both read and write, but the highest I've ever seen was 850-ish read and about 950 megabytes per second for write. The drive's performance, like most electronics, is negatively affected by heat. The hotter the drive, the slower the speeds. That's what you're seeing here. As the drive's getting hotter, it starts to thermal throttle like many laptops, and performance is affected. That's why you aren't seeing the full 1000 megabytes per second speed. By comparison, the internal SSD drive on this 13-inch MacBook Pro from 2019, which is also a Samsung SSD by the way, fun fact, runs at around 1500 read to 1700 write, which makes sense because it's an internal drive running off of an M.2 slot on the motherboard. The Samsung SSD, well, the other Samsung external SSD, has to run through a cable and into the port and then into the Mac, so that's why it's about half the speed. By comparison, the average modern external hard drive runs at around 80 to 120 megabytes per second, which is reasonably fast, but nothing compared to the internal drive or the external Samsung SSD. Pricing is pretty competitive on the T7 compared to other SSDs. It's $100 for the 500 gig model and $170 for the 1 terabyte. The highest I've seen it go on sale is by around $30, which is a really compelling deal if you can catch it on sale. Comparatively, a 2 terabyte Seagate hard drive is around $60 to $80, but remember its speeds will be nowhere near as fast as this SSD, and durability will be negatively affected due to the higher moving parts in a hard drive compared to an SSD. So should you buy it? Well, if you're a gamer that needs extra storage to store your games and need to access them quickly, or maybe you're a video editor who needs some extra space to store your old video files that you still might need to access quickly, then I highly recommend the T7 for you, especially if you can catch it on sale. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in next week's video.